My name is Silvia Antunes, and I'm from Portugal.
How did you know about the martial law in your country?
I took a little track about South Korean news, and I heard it about in the television and the social media. Yes, I know, of course, you have a president, but I believe he's not in office at this moment. As far as I'm concerned, I know his substitute is the prime minister because he had some problem with martial law last month. Now it's the court will decide if the president will be or not impeached, and let's wait and see.
The martial law didn't affect your travel?
So no, the martial law didn't affect, but since I have some business in South Korea, I was a little bit afraid of the consequences of the martial law and all the days that came after the martial law, and still I am a little bit nervous about it. But that's what I said. I believe South Korea is very strong, and the people, it's amazing. And I have no doubt that in a couple of weeks, months maybe, everything will be solved and on track again.
Can you tell us the protest culture and
I'm sorry?
protest?
Oh, the protest.
Protest culture.
The protest. For us, it's. I don't want to seem rude, but it was like almost funny because it's a protest, but also very soft protest, so a very polite process. So for us, for me specifically, that's what I like and I love about South Korea, culture. You are strong, but you are polite. So, and I think it's beautiful.
My name's Josh. I'm 30 and I'm a software engineer.
Can I hear about that night?
Like my experience?
Yeah, your experience.
It didn't really affect me. I don't think it affected many people's daily life. But I think it was, in the 80s or 90s, something like that happened before. So I thought that was kind of interesting that would happen again. I think it's good that people are out to express what to gather and kind of give their opinion and have their voice be heard on the situation. So.
Break it down.
Trump did a martial law. So do you know about the U.S. federal system, kind of how that works? So you have like federal and then state. I don't know, I'm not too familiar with like what the federal martial law would be like. I know most of the martial law is done on state level. So like if there's some state emergency, then they enact martial law there. And usually that's stuff with like natural disaster, or if there's like a riot or something like that. And usually that entails like a curfew, like people can't be out after a certain amount of time. And also that involves like the National Guard.
A lot of questions. My name is Eric. I'm from Sweden. I think the only thing I really knew before coming was that you have a lot of esports stars and buldak noodles. And Korean food in general.
How long have you stayed in Korea? In 3 months?
2 months now.
2 months. Then you experienced the Korea president martial law.
Yeah, I was asleep when it happened, but I heard about it. A lot of friends in Europe was very worried about me, but it was over before I had woken up. Yeah.
How do you feel about Korean politics before the martial law?
Before the martial law, I was not too aware. Like my only image of Korean politics was that it's similar to the US, with that there's a like big companies in the background that affect a lot of things. But
how do you think it's different from politics in Sweden and Korea?
So in Sweden, everything is public, like all tax records and incomes. So I think there's generally less open corruption, at least, since it's harder to hide in Sweden. Like there's things like that happening here that might not be able to happen in Sweden, but there's probably things like that happening in the background in Sweden as well. It's just harder to see, maybe.
Did the martial law situation affect you?
Yeah, we like just that the martial law happened, and that was kind of a shock. I watched one American YouTuber who has some ties to Korea, or like to Korean. Like I think he just likes economics worldwide, but he talks a lot about Korea due to the martial law and then.
저는 홍콩 온 진해천이에요. 네.
한국이 오기 전에 전후 달라진 이미지 생각이 있으신가요?
It's something like I don't know why I have the image. Like maybe I heard the news like on the internet that like Koreans they seems like they almost never like help other because like other is like stranger, foreigner or afraid to speak English. But like after I came to Korea, like every time I have a problem like on the street, I don't know how to go to somewhere. Even like sometimes people don't want to or are afraid to speak English. They're still willing to help me. Like yeah, 이거 이미지를 달아요. 네.
그럼 한국 대통령이 계엄했을 때도 한국 계셨을 것 같은데 그 영향을 받았나요?
It will be like reject. I mean, cancel that very soon. So I'm not afraid, but I'm afraid that the Korean image will be affected by this issue. So, like for example, like I came to here to study and to live. I need to change my Hong Kong dollars to Korean dollars, and I think that the transfer rates, they change a lot, and Korean won't drop a lot. So I'm afraid of Korean situation, whether it will be good or not.